Welcome to the Healing Broken Trust podcast. I'm Morgan Robinson.
And I'm Brad Robinson.
And today we're talking about the secret trait of serial offenders. So a person gets caught in an affair. They see the devastation it causes for their spouse, the betrayed partner. And racked with guilt, they make a solemn vow. They promise themselves, often in a moment of raw emotion, never again. It feels earnest, weighty, even unbreakable, but is a vow enough to prevent them from straying again? Brad, what are your thoughts?
No, it never is. In every case I've encountered of someone repeating the offense, there's a secret trait that ties them together. It's not a lack of love or even self-control. It's this. They weren't honest about the first affair. And here's the rub. The dishonesty didn't just shortchange their spouse, it shortchanged themselves. We often talk about honesty as a gift to the betrayed spouse. It's the thing that helps them make sense of what happened, to wrestle with the chaos and find some order in the story of what happened. But the truth is, honesty isn't just for the betrayed. It's equally important for the unfaithful partner. And here's why. It's because light is a disinfectant. Affairs are born of lies, not just to others, but to oneself. Like the lie goes something like this, Morgan. No one will get hurt. No one will find out. I am in control. I can stop whenever I want to stop.
Okay, yes. So no one will get hurt. That's what they tell themselves. No one will find out. And I'm in control. I can stop whenever I want. So it's like a house of cards constructed in denial. And when the affair is exposed, the lie kind of evolves and it looks more like this. If I tell the whole truth, they'll leave me. If I tell the whole truth, I'll hurt them more. And maybe they will be hurt initially, right?
Yeah. But here's what decades of experience has taught me. If someone already knows about the affair and chooses to stay, they can handle the gory details. What they can't handle is more lies. They can't handle more trickle truth.
Yeah. So, Brad, honesty isn't just a concession to the injured party. It's a form of liberation for the offender. So if someone has been unfaithful and wants to rebuild, it's important to understand this, that honesty is the first step towards self-mastery. It's a reckoning with the truth, a way to shatter the myth of control and take real responsibility for their actions, right?
Yeah.
So when a person brings their behavior into the light, they take back power over it. So that's the idea of light is a disinfectant. They disrupt the denial that allows it to flourish. And if their spouse is hurt by what is revealed, because they will be, it's hurtful, there's help for that. There's ways that they can clean up their trauma. But honesty is the disinfectant that starts the process of healthy transformation in the unfaithful partner.
If someone has been betrayed, their role is no less crucial. To foster honesty, something they can do is create an environment where honesty can thrive. This doesn't mean they have to suppress their anger or their pain. It just means channeling it constructively.
Yeah.
So, Morgan, what are some guidelines you'd recommend for betrayed partners who want their partner to be honest with them?
Yeah, there's really three that we've talked about and that we've identified. Because, first, we don't want to punish honesty with retaliation. And it's not good to lash out. And then third, we want to try not to see their truth telling as another wound, but as an attempt to heal. So yes, learning that there's been more will hurt. But when an injured partner can view their honesty as a step toward rebuilding and just not as another betrayal, it really helps a lot.
Which is tricky because delayed honesty profoundly hurts the betrayed partner.
That's right.
Especially, if it's delayed for a while.
Delayed, and there's trickle truth. Yeah.
So if someone's been unfaithful, honesty isn't just a gift to their spouse. It's a gift to themselves too. They're a good person who made bad choices. If they don't want to repeat those choices, I would encourage somebody to start by dragging themselves into the light of honesty.
That's right. That disinfectant.
Honesty won't erase the damage, but it is the foundation for something new, something better, because honesty allows for open communication. It allows us to address underlying issues and enables the individual to work on personal growth to avoid repeating the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
When the unfaithful spouse isn't being honest about what happened completely, they're actually not able to address underlying issues that allowed the behavior to begin with.
Yeah, that's so important. So important. So coming clean, really bringing it out into the light.
Yeah. Morgan,
So good.
let me repeat that point, because if somebody's able to bring it out to the light,
Mm-hmm.
coming clean, what that does and what's not recognized is what's been harped on and talked about, and the research shows, is that people who've been betrayed really need their spouse to be honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
It helps them sort through a whole host of issues. They really need that. It's like the number one need they have.
Right.
But it's equally important for the spouse who is unfaithful to be honest, because what it gives them is it allows them to begin to have open communication.
Yeah.
And it allows them to be able to begin to address underlying issues that they have,
Mm-hmm.
that are vulnerabilities that allowed them to be unfaithful in the first place. But when they're afraid to be honest, it doesn't allow them to actually have that personal growth that's needed to not repeat the behavior.
Right.
And that's the whole point we're trying to make.
Yeah, that those bad habits or whatever you would call them, they sort of fester and mold in the dark, and it makes it easier for a person to sort of deny and pretend and stay in that imagined, state.
Yeah.
But whenever they bring it out into the open, it's like, oh my gosh, wow, it can be dealt with then.
Yeah. Well, because there's the lies that say no one will get hurt, no one will find out, I'm in control.
Right.
But if you're honest, you flip those on their head. I'm not in control.
Yeah.
I really couldn't stop when I wanted, because I already made a vow that I wasn't going to do it again.
Right.
People did get hurt and people did find out. This went on a lot longer and a lot further than I ever intended. And I hurt a lot of people. So that honesty is a gift that we give to ourselves, because it's the first step towards taking total responsibility.
Right. And when we're met with acceptance and love that surprises us, it can be so freeing. It can be so healing. And it's like that first step to relying on others that maybe we weren't able to do before.
Yeah, it's a step of vulnerability,
Yeah.
step of authenticity, which is really something that a lot of people who struggle with infidelity or have been unfaithful, they struggle with that, being vulnerable, being
Yeah.
letting somebody else be there for them.
Yeah.
And that honest, they hate conflict. So being honest can feel like I'm hurting you, like you mentioned, like I'm hurting you, I'm just gonna push you away. But the reality is like, no, I'm actually protecting us by getting better myself.
Yeah. Yeah. That mask can come down,
Yeah, exactly.
and I can be seen for who I am and loved unconditionally, which is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I just want to take a second here to tell you guys about how you can take the next step towards healing. So whenever you are in your healing journey, wherever you are in your healing journey, we have a program designed to support you. We have a program for the betrayed spouse. So if you're overwhelmed by trauma symptoms like intrusive thoughts, anxiety, or nagging sadness, this program that we have here for you helps you regain your sense of peace and reclaim your identity. If you are the unfaithful partner, struggling to be, the partner that your spouse needs after the affair, or, you want to be loved unconditionally and you want help healing, there's a course that we have for you as well that will equip you to navigate, the pain and everything while addressing your own personal growth and accountability. And then for the couples, we have a couples program, and our couples workshop provides a safe, guided space to restore trust where you actually work with your spouse. You're not made to say anything in front of anyone ever. If you'd like to share, great, but you don't have to for this to work. You can rebuild emotional safety and create a stronger, more connected future together. So
Yeah, Morgan, each of these programs are research based and they're really designed to deliver results.
yeah. Yeah. And you'll gain the tools to move forward confidently. So whether you're healing alone or as a couple, if you just discovered it or, you've known about it for a long, long time, this is for you. This is going to just transform everything for you.
Yeah.
And so we're excited to bring it to you.
Yeah.
All you have to do is reach out to our office or find us on the web at healingbrokentrust.com.
Yeah. Yeah. Healingbrokentrust.com. Healing is possible. Let's make it happen together.
That's
Thank you
right.
guys.
All right. Thank you.